coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Boom, 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 boom. Appreciate the support. 33 years of prison stories, man. We won't stop, can't stop. Won't stop, can't stop. We're on the road to 100K. Appreciate all the love I've been getting recently, man. All the people that's been rocking with the videos, man. I appreciate everybody who's been getting the message, spreading the message, man, and trying to get this positive energy out there in the universe, man. I definitely appreciate it, man. Everybody who been showing love, man. Big love right back to you, man. Right back to you, right back to you. TBP, we out here, man. We out here, man. Man, y'all know I just got back from DC. So, you know, chopping it up with the old fellas. You know, dudes I've been locked up with, Mo. You know, a couple of other dudes, man. Stink and Scoob and all them dudes, man. They just brought up some old stuff that we was reminiscing about, which brought some thoughts to my head about, you know, videos that I wanted to do, things I wanted to talk about. Man, me and Scoob, we both was in not away together. We was in the block before I made parole, you know, for a couple of years. Scoob out here right now doing this thing, man, rapping. Y'all go look him up on Instagram, man. He go by the name of Universal Scoob, SKOOB. Y'all go check him out. He spit that spit, man. He talk that talk. But when I was explaining to Scoob, we was talking about people that was in the block with us, and I was explaining to Scoob about Low, man, and Scoob just was as shocked as I was. He was sit back to find out about Low. He said he had heard about the situation, but he thought it was a different Low, not the Low that was in the block with us, but it was actually Low that was in the block with us. And I mean, man, when I told him that's exactly who it was, who we were speaking of, it just like set him back. I could see the look on his face, as was the look on my face when I found out. But it's just the pressures, man, the pressures of doing prison, man. Like I say, it's not just physical warfare, man. It's mental warfare as well. And Low was a dude that moved in the block, man, with us, and probably stayed in the block with us probably my last 2.5 years. And Low was a unique dude, man. He I don't know how you explain it, man, but he walked real tall and skinny and like this with his stuff sticked out because of the way his body was shaped. He was cut up now, don't get me wrong. But he was cut up, but you know how you got some dudes that they just got like a funny shape. He was like long legs, you know, but his top was cut up because he worked out all the time, and he knew kickbox. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was in tip-top shape, make no mistake about that. But he also was very intelligent, man. Very, very, very well read, man. He read a lot of, you know, black history, a lot of philosophy and stuff like that. So he was a sharp cat, man. Real sharp. So when Low moved in the block, he actually was next door to Big Worm and Goldie. So when the Big Worm and Goldie situation broke off, and to try to keep the beef down and keep from somebody losing their life, Big Worm switched cells with Low. Low moved in the cell with Goldie, and Worm went in the other cell, which Worm eventually went to jail. I think, you know, he felt a little uncomfortable about what had went down, but he eventually went to jail. So Low now was in the cell with Goldie, right? And I ended up getting this information from Goldie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm gonna tell y'all, you know, about this story. But yeah, him and Goldie coexist because for the most part, Low was you know, he was a dude that you could get along with. Like I say, he was intelligent, he was well spoken, you know, he carried himself with respect. He will put that work in, you know what I'm saying? He using hands and feet, so he will put that work in, right? But I got to say too though, Low had a little, you know, like everybody do, man. Everybody got a little larceny with him. He got a little larceny with him, man. He'll go out there on the limb sometime, he be borrowing money, and he ain't got all the money to pay back, and he acting like he gonna, use his authority to be like, man, I'm gonna get it to you when I get it to you. Now, don't press me. You know what I'm saying? That type of junk. But he was selective about who he did that with as well. But overall, he was a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He was a good dude, and he worked out. That's all he was doing. He was into that working out. He was also into to reading, sitting around, what we call building, talking about stuff this outside of penitentiary stuff, outside of foolishness, talking about real stuff, solutions, what dudes gonna do when they get on the street, how dudes gonna build, how they gonna get a company, how they gonna, uplift their community. He was into that, you know what I'm saying, that's good conversation anywhere, especially in prison, because that's not usually the conversation that we have. But like I said, I remember Low came from another building, and he came with a reputation, man. Like he had, he busted a couple of cats up down there, with that kickboxing stuff, man. Like I said, he was nice with his hands, and he gonna put them feet on you. I mean, knees, elbows, all that. I mean, that MMA stuff, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, when that stuff invaded prison, man, like I seen it later in the 2000s, man. Them dudes was coming in, and a lot of dudes that couldn't fight, they had took up that MMA, man, and they had, some surprising skills, man, that dudes really weren't ready for. These dudes throwing knees and elbows and, arm bars and all of that, getting you on the ground and grappling. Dudes weren't really hip to that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, I come from the era where we getting down with these. Then you got the whole era after me that them dudes don't do nothing. They playing video games and, so I think MMA saved a lot of dudes, man. MMA and kickboxing saved a lot of dudes because it got dudes back into wanting to work out, wanting to, learn how to do some type of self-defense. Because these cats, man, it's a whole era of these dudes, man, that came, man, they couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag, man. And then they come into the penitentiary and they getting slaughtered. They getting taken advantage of. They getting dragged. They getting, used and abused because they ain't got no type of skills to keep a dude up off of. You know what I'm saying? So that MMA, man, came out there, and I'm thinking that, that put a lot of dudes, motivated a lot of dudes to want to try to learn it. And I think that saved a lot of cats, man. But, for the most part, like I say, Low was in shape anyway. He cut up, he got a little size to him, and he had heart, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't scared anyway. But then the fact that he knew how to fight, how to protect himself, then, you know what I'm saying, that made him, a force to be reckoned with. But like I say, he stayed in a little controversy. But I heard he had something down in the other building with a couple of dudes over some money, some type of debt, gambling, or old bill or something, and they tried to press him. And Low put that work in, man. They said Low was throwing elbows, knees, flying knees, and, Superman punches, and he bust up about 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? So if you were about 3 dudes that's trying to jump you in penitentiary, you rest assured the whole rest of the penitentiary gonna know about it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna know about it, man. So that alone gonna keep dudes, looking at you a little leery, gonna keep them a little bit at bay. So, like I say, he had a little rep. But then, like I said, they put him in there with Goldie. Him and Goldie got along for the most part. He ain't come out in the pod with no type of, he that dude and he a bully type stuff or nothing. But his walk will make you think that he go hard, though. Come tell you, I'm not exaggerating. The man literally walk like this. He literally walk like this, man, like a what you call him, in the old days of cowboy, like a gunslinger, man. Like he got 2 guns on his hip. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy when I see him walk, man. I always used to trip out. But they started having talent shows and things like that, man. And Low used to go out there and he used to perform, man. And I'm telling you, man, I told y'all Wale, man, between him and Wale, man, they probably literally the best, spoken word artists I heard, man. Best spoken word artists I heard, man. They gifted, man. They gifted. Low is gifted. You know what I'm saying? He real gifted with that. I can remember he did joint, the last joint I ever heard him do, he did at Black History Month, right? The year before I left. And man, he brought the house down. I'm talking about they had people in there from off the street. They had the administration, the warden, they had secretaries in there, they had people from colleges in there. They had a whole gym full of, convicts and inmates in there. And man, Low did a joint that was so I mean, so profound and powerful, man. He was just talking about, black history and ancient history, and the forefathers and the gods, and Egypt and Ethiopia and Africa. He named every city, everything in Africa. He just named it all, and at the end, man, he like ripped his shirt open, and he had these African beads on his neck, and he popped them, and he just flew all over the audience, man. It was just a powerful thing, man. You had women over there crying, you know what I'm saying? You had dudes applaud, man. It was just real powerful, And I say all that to say, just give you his frame of mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was a sharp dude, he was a conscious dude, he was what you would call a woke dude. He was intelligent, man, you know what I'm saying? So this is how he carried himself all the time. I remember him preparing for the speech, man, for weeks ahead, man. He walking around, he reading, he studying, he doing his history, he rehearsing, you know what I'm saying? He getting it all, in order, you know what I'm saying? He was a well-prepared dude, man. And like I said, I can remember him, I used to be over there working out. So I used to be going in the corner a lot, man, and I be doing my burpees, my push-ups, my sit-ups and whatnot, and then I go down the gym. When they go down the gym, sometimes Low will get on there and try to play basketball. He ain't want that good, but he'll get on there and play because he was tall, you know what I'm saying? But then he'll go over there too when I'm hitting the speed bag, you know what I'm saying? I be hitting the speed bag and I be hitting the heavy bag and I be jumping rope. He'll come over there sometime and, jig with me and want to, yeah, man, you got to teach me how to get my hands a little better. So I can remember my side of working with him. We'd get over in the corner sometime and I'd be holding the hand pass and, teaching him more or less how to, throw his punches. He's so, acclimated into throwing punches and then airborne and picking his feet up. As I'm doing it with him, he sometimes get to raising his feet like he get ready to kick me. I'm like, nah, Joe, nah, we ain't doing all of that. Keep your feet on the ground. You gotta, concentrate on your hands. So I worked with him for a little while, so I got to know him a little better. You know what I'm saying? So we was down in the gym one day, and this was school brought up. I'll never forget it, man. And like I say, most men, they ego driven, man. They ego driven. That's just a fact. So we was down there one day, and I'm over there on the heavy bag. I'm rotating from the heavy bag to the speed bag. So over here on the crowd, everybody done grabbed the extra boxing gloves and they over there sparring. Dudes is over there sparring, and they done cut the boxing out in there, but they got the gloves in there. They for the bag and whatnot. But it ain't no police in there. That's why I told you, you can get killed anywhere in the penitentiary. The people that supposed to be watching you is not watching you. So, unless you're doing something wrong, then they got you. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, they ain't watching you, man. You know what I'm saying? So dudes is in there and everybody that more or less to stop playing basketball, they over there, they watching the dudes spar. So they going back to back, different dudes. And Low over there, more or less smoking dudes. You know what I'm saying? He over there smoking some dudes. You know what I'm saying? Putting the gloves on, smoking them. They done even got golded to throw the gloves on, and he over there all big and bulky and trying to, trying to duck them punches is a different thing. Looking at it from the side, I be telling dudes to be right up in there is different. You know what I'm saying? It's real different. Them things coming at you, man. It ain't no, you looking for the air. They coming at you. They coming at you. So they over there and I'm looking from the side, so I'm just working the bag. I'm waiting to go to the speed bag. I ain't, that don't excite me. I've been doing it all my life, so, but I'm looking, but I ain't looking, you know what I'm saying? But the crowd getting bigger and bigger. So somebody called me over there. It might have been school. So I go over there and I start looking and I'm watching all of them, man. And Low, he in tip-top shape. So he tell me, yeah, who next? Who want to go? You know what I'm saying? Who want to go? Everybody. And some of the dudes putting on the gloves and they dudes getting caught. Bang, 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 getting dropped. Everybody laughing, you know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing. And that could cause some problems right there. You getting dropped in the gym or you get knocked out. Dudes is laughing at you, you know what I'm saying? That ego get involved in. Dudes want to turn into something serious. Dudes want to fight. Low ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? He ain't tripping. So a whole lot of couple of dudes to put the gloves on. So then lo and behold, here comes somebody say, man, go ahead, man, put the gloves on. So I ain't trying to be funny and I ain't trying to be egotistical, but I'm telling them, I'm saying, man, nah, this ain't for me right here, you know what I'm saying? Wait, man, you saying what I'm saying? This ain't for me, you know what I'm saying? To me, they ain't, they funny. They amateurs, man. I do this stuff. So I'm like, nah, this ain't for me. So a couple other dudes go. Then ain't nobody want to go no more. So here come Low. He egging me on. He tell me something, come on, man, put the gloves on. They want to see you put them on. He feeling himself because he done got out on a lot of dudes out there. So he feeling himself. He said, come on, put them on, man. I said, I ain't putting them on, young. I ain't trying. I'm the same dude in here showing you about the hands, then you want me to put the gloves on. You know what I'm saying? And I won't trying to embarrass him or nothing, and not saying that he ain't got no game, but he ain't had no game for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling him. So I say, listen, man, I ain't putting no gloves on, man. I said, man, but look, I'm going to tell you what. I said, anybody out here can put them on. I ain't going to put them on. I'm just going to hold my hands up, man. I'm just going to be all defense. I said, anybody hit me clean, man, you got me. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? Well, so everybody was rumbling around in there. What you mean? What you mean? You can't nobody hit you? Can't? I said, nah, none of y'all, you can't hit me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, in the face. If you hit me in the face clean, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So Low said, come on then, come on. I said, you sure? He said, come on. I pull on up. I said, all right, hold on a second. Tighten my little, sweatpants up, tighten my little shoes up, and I'm over there. Yeah, so as I'm going over there, Low said, hold on, just let me catch my breath. I've been going a couple rounds, let me catch my breath. So here come Goldie. Goldie said, so y'all know I go to tell, okay, so what you saying is, so you ain't gonna swing back, so you saying can't nobody hit you, so? Yeah, I said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So everybody, the little crowd, they run their mouth. A lot of them dudes, they heard about me, don't really know me, you know what I'm saying? This is a whole new era. So go to say, let me get the gloves then. So let me get the gloves. So let me try it while you get your rest. So Low take the gloves off, give him the goat. He said, nah, you saying so I can hit you, right? I can hit you, so if I can hit you, I can hit you, right? I said, Goat, I'm telling you right now, hit me as hard as you can, as many times as you can. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Go into the face. Go ahead, hit me as hard as you can, many times as you can. You ain't gonna swing back, so you ain't gonna swing back. I said, nah, I ain't got no gloves on. I ain't gonna swing back. So he said, all right, come on. So we get up in there. I put my little guards up, my little defense. Here come Goldie. He tentative at first. He don't know what to do. So he put a little jab out there, get out the way of that joint. Put it out there again, get out the way. So he trying to throw a little fast joint. That little stuff, I see it coming a mile away. So more or less, he trying to hit me, he can't hit me. I'm bagging up, he moves, so then get to the point when them dudes don't really know what they're doing, they're gonna charge. So he charging me, trying to swing still. I just move, sidestep, use your footwork. So he can't hit me. He said, okay, so, oh yeah, you know a little something. So he couldn't hit me. Dudes is wooing and whining, you know what I'm saying? So Low get his breath, Low put the gloves on. Now, mind you, like I say, ego involved. He want to show off now, you know what I'm saying? Because he want to prove that he the one who can't hit me. So we start out, I can see he throwing his little stuff. Man, he trying to hit me, but he can't really hit me. So he get mad. I could tell, I could see his whole disposition. I could see it in his face, see it in his body language. So he started throwing real. He throwing fast. He trying to catch me. More or less, he trying to knock me out. But it ain't happening, you know what I'm saying? So he's swinging and jumping. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm evasive. I'm moving. I can see it coming. So boom, I get up close on him so to make sure he can't cock back. You know what I'm saying? He throw this way, I slide over this way, I pivot over this way. He don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So dudes is oohing and on, and he getting more and more amped. So he started just capping off. One time, he just capped off. I'm talking about he was just throwing them, jump, bam, 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 bam. And I'm like, bang, bang, bam, boom, 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 boom. And he couldn't hit me. He mad as I don't know what. He literally raised his leg one time like he was getting ready to kick me, and I just bagged up. I said, okay, man, that's enough. So we roll out, you know what I'm saying? From that point right there, I think he felt a little type of way, man. It might have put a little, little asterisk on our friendship or whatever, because I think more or less he felt embarrassed because, this prison. These like high schoolers, man, and everybody, oh man, they was down in the gym, they was trying to hit Bank, man, they couldn't even hit him. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. But we were, more or less, we was cool though. But that's just something that me and School was talking about because he remembered that incident because he was right there. So it was just something to, to give you a background on who this cat is and how he was. But more or less, like I say, he was a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He got flaws like I got flaws and everybody else got flaws. But overall, he was a conscious dude, and he you know what I'm saying, he was more or less pro-positive, definitely pro-black. You know what I'm saying? But did he not have larceny? Of course, he had larceny with him. You know what I'm saying? But this is what surprised us all, man. I ended up, Goldie got out first. I got out. School went somewhere else. I think School got out before me, too. But eventually Low got out, right? And Low was up in the area that I'm in the 757. But I never ran into him while I was out here on the street. So I didn't even know he was out, you know what I'm saying? Then I get a call one day, you know, from Goldie. Now Low did like, to my understanding, like 12 years, you know. And he obviously he navigated that. He came out, you know, unscathed that I know of. I don't think nobody ever put the Bethlehem in him. He was, you know, seemingly of his right mind. He'd have made it through you know, a traumatic experience. But like I say, it's more than just physical warfare, it's mental warfare. You know, things was going on with him. You have things going on with your family. You have things going on in your personal life. You have situations that you're not going to be able to be there for. All types of things that people have to deal with internally that other people don't know about because you can't share that. You don't, you know, it ain't like nobody consoling you in prison. You know what I'm saying? So you have to internalize that and you have to deal with that on your own. You know, this is why a lot of dudes come out here and when they get upset or whatever, I'm one of them, you know what I'm saying? They withdraw, they pull it to themselves because they used to dealing with pain and misery and agony on their own because that's just the way we had to deal with it, you know? And so Low got out, man, and I didn't even know he was out. So Goldie hit me one morning, man, text me, man. And he said, no, he called me. And he was like, hey, man, what you doing? So we chop it up with him. He said, man, but the reason why I called you, man, man, you heard about Low? I said, what Low? He said, you know, my cell partner Low, you know Low, man. I said, what about him? He said, you know, you ain't heard what happened to him? I said, no, I ain't know Low got out. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, so he out, he up there where you at, man. He said, man, it's tragic, man. And I spoke about this before in one of the videos for you. I think when I had first heard it. But he was like, yeah, man, he got out, man. Man, I don't know what was going on, so I don't know what was going on. But he said he had a problem with his brother, man, and you know, he ain't like the way his brother was treating him when he was locked up, man. They were beefing, you know what I'm saying? When he got home, his brother was getting money in there, and his brother really wasn't looking out for him, and you know, Low ain't like it and came home, and you know, things won't fall into place the way he wanted them to fall into place, so and you know what I'm saying? He said, man, he killed his brother, man. I say, what? 12 years and he killed. Yeah, bro, he killed his brother, bro, but so then he killed himself. So I said, get out of here, man. And it just set me back. And then if that wasn't enough, then he turned around and told me, he said, so he did it in front of restaurants, so it's on video, so people passing the video around. They got the video, they're passing it around. So I say, huh? He said, yeah, so I'm getting ready to send it to you. So it's sad. So it's sad, you said to look at it, so I'm gonna send it to you though. So he actually sent me the video. And I looked at the video, you know what I'm saying? And just looking at the video, I could see clearly who it is. Clearly it is Low. You know, if you know him, like I say, he got distinctive walk, distinctive body, and it's crazy, man. And to my understanding, you know what I'm saying, you know, whatever they had going on, his brother was in the restaurant and he was coming out with a girl, and Low was squatted down in front of the car. And when they was going to get in the car, he just stood up from behind the car and just came out shooting. And his brother took off running. He ran him down. He stood right over top of him and he gunned him down. He just dumped the whole clip on him. Pow, 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 pow. His own brother. You understand? And he walked off. The girl over in the corner just screaming and hollering and yelling, and he leave. This is all on video. You know what I'm saying? I heard he went to a whole nother state, checked in a hotel, and then killed himself, shot himself, you know. And I doubt if Low was, I doubt if he was over 35. I doubt it. If he was, he's right in between, not too much. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just a tragic ending, man, to a dude that had a lot of potential, you know. But it just made me wonder, just like I was telling school, because I was like, man, because he said, man, I would have never guessed that. I would have never thought he would do nothing, and I wouldn't have. But that lets let you know you never know a person. And then you never know what type of demons they dealing with. You never know what type of stress they going through. You never know what their personal issues are, because we all mask our issues. We all mask our pain. You know what I'm saying? But going through whatever he went through for 12 years, obviously he had some type of animosity or some type of something going on with his brother. that you would do that. Your blood brother, to my understanding, they're the same mother. You know what I'm saying? So that mother lost 2 kids that night. You understand? 2 kids, so just, prayers up to her. I imagine how she felt, but yeah, that just shocked me, man. You know what I'm saying? That just let you know, like I say, dudes go through what they go through in there, man. And sometimes them demons, man, be so big, man, and they be just so disturbing that, when and they do make it through the ordeal, when they get out here, man, it's just like, that jungle did something to them, man. It do something to you. I know for a fact it do something to you. But you have to be able to control that joint when you get out here, man, because you're living in a different world. You're living in different times, man. You're in the same world, but you're in a different world. And I know that may be hard for certain people to understand, but that is exactly how it is. You know what I'm saying? And, man, sometimes dudes, man, they just get so messed up in there, man, that, they do get out, man. They can't function. And Low was, I'm telling you, man, I done been around a lot of intelligent dudes. I've been around a lot of sharp dudes, man. I mean, sharp, man. Sharper than a first grade pencil. And yeah, man. Low came out here, man, and he crashed out just like that, man. And I'm gonna tell you, anybody on the inside who knew him would not even imagine that. Cause everybody that I talked to since the incident happened, when they found out it was Low, they just flabbergasted. No, man, no. They flabbergasted. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Yeah, so that's just a testament to say, man, like I say, man, prison would mess you up in so many ways, man. So many ways, just not physical. People always think it's oh, you could get beat up, you could get this, you could get, abused, you could get robbed and taken advantage, all of that. You could lose your mind. You know what I'm saying? You can lose your mind, you can lose focus, you can lose compassion, you can lose empathy, you can lose sympathy, you can lose your mind because you're dealing with so much pressure. You understand? So much pressure on a day-to-day basis with no breaks, no timeouts, no rest periods, no give me a second to get myself. It ain't none of that going on. It ain't none of that going on. It's back to back, back to back. Day to day, month to month, year to year, decade to decade, same thing, different day. You understand? And sometimes, man, like I say, you get to the point where you locked in, where you expect it, you know what's coming, you know how to. I know what I got ahead of me today. I know what I got to get through, but it gets overwhelming and it gets heavy on you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes dudes go to hole just for that, just to get a break. You know what I'm saying? Get a break. They put themselves in isolation just to get a break from what's going on in the population. You understand? And then sometimes when they get released, man, and all the things and all the pressure that they went through, and now they got this release, it's sometimes overwhelming to them, and then something set them off, and they react to all the things that was going on in there with them. All the pent up energy, all the misery, it comes out. You know what I'm saying? It comes out. And maybe, you know what I'm saying, you call it PTSD, you call it whatever you want. Maybe dudes do need, counseling when they come out. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for everybody. But I do know, you walk with a lot of scars on you, even if you came out of there. They not physical, they mental. You know what I'm saying? And you have to deal with them day to day. You know what I'm saying? They day to day, man. And yeah, man, I pray for Low, man. So, you know what I'm saying? He was like I say, he was a dude that had a lot of potential. He could have did a lot. He could have made a lot of change out here, man, because people, would have respected his mind and the knowledge that he had to give. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge that he had to give was priceless, especially to young people that know that he made it through there and acquired that type of knowledge while he was there. That right there is that's big in itself under those conditions. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him. I didn't know him before he came in there. I don't know if he had that knowledge before he came in. But I seen him seeking knowledge while he was in there. I seen him obtain knowledge while he was in there. So I don't know if he had that type of, knowledge before he came in there. But I do know that he was a sharp cat. You know what I'm saying? Very sharp. He can quote things to you that the average person would not know. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some Jeopardy type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But And then it was crazy. I had worked with somebody since I had been out here, and they had found out that I was locked up, or didn't find out because I don't hide it, but they knew I was locked up. And they just off the blue one day, off the blue, asked me, do I know him? And they used his name, and I didn't know him by that name because I told you people don't call the real name. And then said, oh, they called him Los or Low. I said, yeah, I know him. They said, yeah, you know, he broke Tony. I said, yeah. I said, I was locked up with him. They was like, look, yeah, when he got out, I had met him at an event, and I was doing this with him and that with him, and we got cool, and we was talking on the phone, and we was chopping it up, and I liked him. I really liked him. And then he just disappeared. Did he get locked back up? And they did not know what had happened. And that was crazy. They did not know what had happened. And I told them, and man, they literally started crying. They literally started crying. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even tell them to show them the video because I know it would have broke their heart, because just hearing the news broke their heart. You understand? So this is how much of a shock it was, not just the people who knew him in there, but also the people who had met him out here. You understand? So crazy incident, man. But anyway, man, you know, God bless him. God bless the rest of his soul, man. God bless his mother, man. God bless his brother, man. It just was a tragic situation. But anyway, like I say, man, those are things that happen. Like I said, it's unexplainable, man. Those are things that goes on in the mind, man, when you under that type of pressure on a constant basis, man. It's going to have to be a release, you know what I'm saying? Some way, somehow, pressure bust pipes, you know, and, yeah. But, yeah, that happened, man. So it's just something that me and School talked about, man, that I just wanted to share with y'all, man, just let you know that it's just not, you know, you might win the battle, you know what I'm saying, you know, in making it through prison. But you know what I'm saying, you got to win the war too, because you got to make it through life. You understand? You got to make it through life, man. And I think Low, he won the battle, but he lost the war. You know what I'm saying? And it's a tragic situation. Tragic, super tragic situation. But, you know, I wanted to share that with y'all as everything, man, because we family, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing in every lesson, man. And the blessing is, man, that when you see things like that, you have to acknowledge things like that, and you have to take heed to things like that so you won't put yourself in those positions, man. And if you have been in those positions, you need to take the lesson, you know, the blessing out of that lesson, man, of what happened with him, to don't let that happen to you. You know what I'm saying? It's, like I said, man, you got to think about what you do. Do not do what you think. You know what I'm saying? And I'm quite sure, I can't speak for him because he's not here, but I'm quite sure after he did that, man, he regretted that so bad, man, that maybe that forced him to do the second part of what he did with himself. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, things done can't be undone. And that was a situation that could not be undone, man. And, you know, I know he did not want to go back to prison after you just did 12 years. And you know what it's like. You know, and a lot of people choose that route not to go back in there, man. They would rather die. And in that aspect, I can understand it, you know, because I've been through it, you know, and I do not want to go through it again. But anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Talk to me, I talk back. I appreciate y'all listening to me, man. I see y'all in the morning mud. I see y'all again in 24 hours. Y'all see me. Hit the like button, man. Hit the subscribe button. Hit all that stuff, man. Like a Sam Pitts, man. He ain't gonna hit you back. He ain't gonna hit you back. He ain't gonna hit you back, man. Peace and love, man. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. Duck them hooks. Ah, bah, boom, boom, boom. We out here.
The Banky special. Yeah, pure deliciousness. Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know. And I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.